Hey friends, so I am doing a new project this year. We're going to give it a start and see how it goes and hope that I can complete it this year. I was inspired to try something that I've heard about for many, many years now. There was a book that I learned about maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago, and I never really explored it, but somebody suggested it last week and it kind of like stuck out in my mind as something I wanted to do. And so I went ahead and bought it. It's called A Course in Miracles. It took a few days to get it on Amazon, and I decided I'm going to go through it this year. It is a book. I knew actually nothing about it except that somebody recommended it, and I thought, hey, I'm gonna try reading this book. I love reading books and I read fairly quickly, and so I wanted to try it and see what all the chatter was about. I had zero preconceived notions, zero expectations, and literally no idea where it came from except that I wanted to give it a try. So I'm gonna do that this year, and I'm gonna record my journey. And today I actually got it. I hope to get it a few days ago so I could look at it before starting the new year, but I got it literally last night, like after dark, before the new year rang through. And so I just got to give it a look this morning. I read through the preface, and so that's what I'm going to talk a little bit about in this short video. And hopefully I will have a little check-in every day, and I'll do a check-in on the book. Contains a preface, a text, a workbook for students, a manual for teachers. There's a clarification of terms, and then there's supplementary material. So I am going to chat just a minute about the preface in this video, which I read. And then as I go, I'll make a video. I'm not certain how the pacing is going to work out. I tried to kind of wrap my brain around how it's laid out. There are, if I counted right, 265 entries in the primary text, and then there's 365 entries in the workbook. And I'm not sure how they're supposed to mesh together, but we're going to figure it out and maybe have a little trial and error here. But if you would like to follow along with me as I go, maybe you'll find this video as you're starting it, and maybe it's, I don't know what point in the year it might be when you find this video. Maybe it's years down the road, but I'm hoping to do something every day and share this, the fun of exploration, the fun of discovery, and see what we find. So with that in mind, I'm going to just share a few thoughts about the preface of the book. The preface describes how the book came about, and the authors don't really want much attention given to themselves. They do point out that they basically feel that it's an inspired text, that it was given to them through the influence of the Holy Spirit, and so they wrote it out of obedience and also in an effort to solve some problems in their workspace. And it describes some ideas that I see no objection to. I really actually quite like the ideas presented, and it talks a little bit, like there's some quotes pulled from the text itself and cited. The preface is just a few pages long. I think the biggest thing that I really liked is on the preface in page 11. And it says that sin is defined as lack of love. Since love is all there is, sin in the sight of the Holy Spirit is a mistake to be corrected rather than an evil to be punished. And I really like that because I found that to be a true idea that I learned many years ago. And love is really the underbelly of everything that we ought to be doing here on this earth. There's another little quote that I wanted to highlight on page 10 of the preface. It says, and I'm not sure, it's like a little heading. It says, what it says. What it says: nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. I really like that. Nothing real can be threatened, because if it's real, it's not going away. It's not going to be unreal. And then nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. Very, very cool. Those are just my simple thoughts as I enter this journey, and I'm excited to share it with you. I hope if you end up watching this video that you might leave a comment if you've read it, or share whatever you'd like to. I would love to hear about your journey. If you've already read this, or if you're starting it yourself, if you want to read along with me, and hopefully it will be a blessing. So Happy January 1st for those who are watching on the first day of the year. And I hope you are having a beautiful day, whatever day you happen to find this video. Lots of love.